This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent professors, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
Please, may I come in?
Yeah, please come.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Please take your seat.
Thank you.
So, Sneha Panna, you born in Ranchi, Jharkhand.
Yes, sir.
Is it the place you still are in Ranchi?
Yes, sir.
You still stay in Ranchi?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, after the reorganization of states in 2000, has there been much development in Ranchi in terms of whether it is economic output, in terms of state GDP?
So, after the bifurcation from Bihar in 2000, we have made progress in terms of the tribal development and the identity of the tribes. Also, we have made development in terms of attracting investments for the mining sector of the state. For instance, in 2022, our Chief Minister had laid the foundation stone of World Trade Center in Ranchi. Then we also had Momentum Jharkhand to attract investment in the state. However, I also admit that there has been political instability in the state, which has hampered its long-term development vision.
Okay. So, you want to say that the state GDP has grown in the last 20 years, 24 years?
It has, but not very significantly, sir.
So why has it not grown? Is it because of the political instability, right from Mr. Marandi's time till now?
Yes, sir. In the brief period of the state's formation, we have seen more than 11 chief ministers come and go. So that has been a hurdle in the long-term development vision of the state. Along with that, we also find that there has been geographical limitations because 28% of the state is under forest cover. And law and governance issues have also been there due to the state being in the red corridor region of the country.
As an individual, have you ever faced any disappointment in your life, apart from civil services?
Yes, sir. I have. And the first one was with myself when I was in class 10th. I wanted to pursue...
I would like to clarify, disappointment is always with yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you have some other disappointments also?
With the system or with the...
No, I'm talking of your personality.
Okay, sir. So yes, sir, I have faced disappointment with myself. Shall I elaborate more on that?
Yes.
So when I was in class 10th, I was made to choose between studies and sports. So I, thinking that both can't be done together, I took a call on pursuing studies more than sports. So I feel that now that I've had much of my exposure after coming to Delhi and studying in colleges, I understand the importance sports also has in our life.
Okay. So have you picked up any sports?
Not actively, sir, but I try to keep myself active by doing Zumba.
So how does this Zumba pencil sketch help you?
So I started doing Zumba especially after coming into the preparation mode because it helped me move away from the sedentary lifestyle that I had.
So let me ask, is it only the pencil sketch or do you also do the Zumba dancing?
Both.
So you do both?
Yes, sir.
And then sketch while dancing?
No, sir. In different times of the day, I practice them. For instance, I do pencil sketching it's more of a cathartic exercise and also helps me concentrate,
So it's mostly with reference to Zumba positions in the pencil sketch?
No,
or any sketch?
I do landscape.
Okay. So it's not that Zumba positions that you sketch?
No, sir.
Okay. So how did you pick up this Zumba pencil sketch?
Zumba I picked up because a new dance studio had come up near my locality. So I was looking for an outlet which would help me move away from the sedentary lifestyle that I was in during preparation. And pencil sketching I actually developed during my school days.
So why were you looking for an outlet? Were you disappointed in life?
Yes, sir. During preparation, there are many times that we face stresses and also personal reasons due to COVID. I had seen a lot of, so there has been demise in my family. So that had added stress in my life. So I wanted to make my life more active.
You didn't think of meditation or yoga to calm you down? You thought more active sports like Zumba will help you?
So I tried doing meditation and yoga, but I admit that I was not able to be consistent because I was doing it alone. So joining a Zumba class helped me be in a collective, and that instilled discipline in me.
So you've also been working on child sexual abuse.
Yes, sir. I did a project, a workshop.
Now, what has been your experience with this project of child sexual abuse? First, is child marriage also treated as child sexual abuse? One. And what are the psychological aspects of a child's sexual abuse?
Yes, sir. I agree that child sexual abuse is also done in child marriage, because child marriage, as we know, is there when when two people or two children below the age of 18 and 21 are married together, and biologically that is not considered to be a safe age to be engaging in any of the procreational activities.
So is it biologically or legally?
Sorry, legally. My mistake. Legally, 18 and 21 years has been prescribed for marriage, both for women and male, respectively. So I feel that, coming back to the question, sir, I feel that child marriage is also a form of child sexual abuse.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So recently there was a political crisis in Jharkhand.
Yes, sir.
And Chief Minister was arrested or detained?
Arrested, sir.
Arrested.
Yes.
By ED?
Yes, sir.
So ED is having these powers to arrest someone?
It has arrest and seizure powers, sir.
Okay. And apart from that, what else ED can do?
Sir, it can look into the financial inconsistencies that are there, because it is the premier financial investigative agency of the government. However, ED can't take suo motu cognizance of any issue. A complaint has to be lodged against any issue that ED has to look into. So these are the things that come.
Okay, it is often said that ED is often misused by political parties which are in the power, like central government. Do you agree with this statement?
Sir, I think that there are enough safeguards in place for the independent functioning of these institutions. ED and CBI, as we know, and other institutions have clear roles and functions mentioned. So, although we can't make assumptions on the basis of frequency of cases that are lodged on any particular party or group of people.
So, after separation of Jharkhand from Bihar, it is a mineral-rich state, but still, we are seeing that not much industrial development has occurred so far. Yes. Okay, so what could be the possible reason for this?
So, political instability being one, for sure. Then there is also the issue of Naxalism in the pockets of underdevelopment that we see in the state. Most of the mineral-rich areas are affected by Naxal activities that are hindering development and also leading to drain of state's mineral resources. So these are the two main issues that we face.
Which are the areas which are affected with the Naxalism in Jharkhand?
So out of 24 districts that we have, around 13 are affected, Naxal affected areas. However, and Khunti being one of the most affected district of the states.
All right. So you have philosophy as a subject in graduation, but afterwards post-graduation sociology. Why didn't you choose philosophy as your optional subject?
Yes, sir. Sir, because I took post-graduation in sociology, I thought that I can do better in sociology as compared to philosophy and civil services. So I took, sir.
Okay. Can you name 3 sociologists of India?
Yes, sir. One being M.N. Srinivas, Andre Bete, and T.K. Oman, sir.
Okay. And which one is your favorite?
M.N. Srinivas, sir.
And why?
So because his contribution to the field studies that we see in sociological paradigm has been seminal for the coming sociologists, and village studies particularly, which operationalized his field study, really helped in the sociology, sir, that we study.
Okay. The sari that you are wearing, is it having any speciality, or is it related to Jharkhand, some craft or something?
So it's special because one, it is my mother's, and secondly because it is also a tassar silk that we see from our state, Jharkhand. Jharkhand is the largest exporter of tassar.
Okay. Apart from this tassar silk, what else? What other kind of silk is found in Jharkhand?
Yes, sir. There is one Muga silk. Then we have
Mulberry silk.
Mulberry silk, and so.
Okay, I give you a statement. Just tell me whether it is correct or not. Indian society is eclipsed with taboos and superstition. How do you agree with this statement?
Indian society is eclipsed with taboo and superstition. To an extent, yes, sir. It is true that Indian society has been highly superstitious in many aspects of social life. However, our traditions we also have a tradition of rationale and logic. For instance, the tradition of yoga that Indians have been practicing for years together, but couldn't come to the mainstream because there was not enough exposure provided to the system.
This is neither taboo nor superstition. How yoga can be put an example in support of this statement? It is talking about taboos and superstition.
Okay, so with regard to taboo and superstition, so for instance, we see witch hunting in my state. So that is a superstitious belief that has led to a social evil being in place for long. Now, witch hunting, for instance, were given a lot of religious and different cultural attributions for it to be continuing. However, we see how, in this example, we see how taboos and superstitions eclipse us.
Is there any law related to witchcraft?
Sir, currently I'm not aware of.
State or central law is there?
Sir, I think the state has come up with one.
Your state?
Yes, sir. But I'm not able to.
So still these practices are prevailing in your state?
Yes, sir. There are pockets, there are incidents reported by the newspapers regarding this, sir.
Okay. There was an Acer report recently.
Yes, sir.
What was the theme of this Acer report?
Sir, I'm not able to recall.
All right.
I will read up, sir.
My last question. Janman campaign, you might have heard.
Yes, sir. PM Janman.
Yeah. What is this campaign?
Sir, this is about development of PVTGs, particularly vulnerable tribe groups, for their mainstreaming, for providing them basic amenities like education, housing, and nutrition, health.
How many PVTGs are there in Jharkhand?
So 8.
8. Can you name 3 of them?
Yes, sir. One is Birhors, Asur, and Hill Kharias.
Okay. Thank you, Sneha.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Sneha.
Yes, ma'am.
So, especially your hobbies and extracurriculum activities that contributed towards creating awareness about COVID-19 social stigma. Maybe you work for that. Creating awareness about COVID-19 social stigma. This is mentioned in your DAF.
Ma'am, maybe this is the earlier DAF that has been given. Yes.
Okay, let it be. But please tell me that after COVID-19, after vaccination drive, we can see that a different type of social stigma, that after vaccination, most of youths suffering from heart stroke. Okay, so what do you think about that? Is this right? This is also a social stigma?
Yes, ma'am.
Somehow some people are not going for vaccination,
Yes.
because of this social stigma?
Yes. There has been correlations made in the popular media about it, that vaccinations have led to increased heart stroke. However, ma'am, medical reports or data has not given any correlation, and repeatedly there has been efforts by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare as well as the state government to remove this stigma or any correlation between vaccination and its consequences.
Okay. Okay, especially in women.
Yes, ma'am.
In our society, we can say it's a lots of social stigma
Yes, ma'am.
regarding women.
Yes.
That if you are above 30 plus,
Yes.
if you are unmarried,
Yes.
that's lots of things regarding women. Okay. So nowadays, we are in 21st century. So why this type of social stigma still exists in our society?
Yes, ma'am. And women are mostly seen as still women face a secondary position in the society, and this is because of the patriarchal mindset that we have. And there is
But
a
in
sense
India,
of
women contribution we can see in
Yes.
Chandrayaan.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. And these are the Chandrayaan example. Then women have been doing really well in sports as well. And there is no age bar to when should one get married or how the choices of the person really should be determined by society. So it is a stigma that women face, and it is something that we need to work by, by highlighting more exemplary examples of women in different fields of science, sports.
Okay, suppose
etc.
that when you became an IAS officer, then what will you do for this type of social stigma?
Marriage age of
Yes, age concern.
age concern. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would try to lead by personal example also. That through my life, I would try to, perhaps if I get into the IAS, through my life, I will try to ensure that there is a balance and between a woman's professional life and a family life. And that choice is something that the woman has to be given due independence to make. Secondly, I would also ensure that there is education penetration in the district wherever I'm posted, because education is very essential for any social mobility and removal of social stigma. And thirdly, more campaigns and leadership examples at the grassroots level to be highlighted, at the local level to be highlighted, so that they have more relatable leaders to look up to and identify.
So, you read budget?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, any provision for Asha workers or Didi, Lakhpati Didi, what is that?
This is for grassroots development through self-help groups to ensure that women have the financial independence and opportunities to pursue their day-to-day or to pursue their projects further. And this is
when they became entrepreneur and after that they became Lakhpati. The concept behind the Lakhpati, what is that?
Ma'am, specifically I'll have to
If
read
the source
more
of earning is 1 lakh per month?
It's not, ma'am, I'll have to read up more on this, but if I may attempt answering.
Okay, yes.
Maybe it's regarding, yes, it has to do with the income that women at the self-help group level are earning. But exactly whether it's per month or not is something I'm not sure of right now, but I'll read more on that.
Okay. Okay. Now tell me something about, especially in budget, in our budget, Ayushman Bharat concept.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is that?
Ma'am, Ayushman Bharat is about increasing the insurance level in the healthcare sector. It is an umbrella scheme, which also...
In which Asha and Lakhpati Didis, maybe they were under that scheme also.
Yes, ma'am. No, Asha and Lakhpati Didis, Asha Didis are there, but ma'am, I'm unsure. Asha and Anganwadis, yes, sir. Asha and Anganwadis are a part of it. And under the Ayushman Bharat scheme, we have also promoted indigenous medicine.
Okay. Jan Aushadhi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Okay, my last question to you, Sneha. Especially mental health. Now this became the talk of the town. Every year we can see that a large number of cases like mental distress, anxiety and this type of things. And because of this, we can see the suicidal cases increase in our country also. Yes. Okay. So what do you think about that? Why these things happen? Because we are in highly digitalized era, but things still exist this type of... So what is the solution? Is this because we became more unsocial?
Yes, ma'am. During COVID, we saw that social isolation had increased the individual depression that people faced, because we are inherently social beings. We need interaction with the other. And secondly, ma'am, there's also unawareness about mental health. It is only in the recent few years that we have started talking about mental health as an illness.
Yes, exactly. In rural areas, they don't accept that this type of things, yes, mental health or mental illness. Yes. But in urban areas, we can see that increase in number of this type of cases.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I think the reporting of cases in the urban areas is more. However, the prevalence of mental health as an illness is equally seen in both rural and urban areas, ma'am. So I think in rural areas, we need to create awareness as well as destigmatize the issue.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
So you are from Ranchi.
Yes, sir.
Ranchi is a common name. Earlier, the same name was there or some different name was there to that city?
Yes. So, historically, that region was known as 𝐼𝐨𝐻, and then due to different reasons, I will have to read up more on that. The name was changed to Ranchi.
First it was Ranchi and then Ranchi. Yes. Okay, good. And Jharkhand? Why name Jharkhand has been given?
Sir, because Jharkhand means land of the forest, and our region is...
But though it is land of forest, what is the land of minerals instead of forests? It's more of minerals are there. Should have been a mineral land or something land, Khanij land.
Sir, I think Jharkhand name also comes from the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha movement that was led by the tribals in the 2000s for the demand of the...
Appearances, because the appearance is in the form of forest on the surface of the land, not the minerals. That is the reason. Okay. Chota Nagpur, it is part of Chota Nagpur. What is this Chota Nagpur?
So Chota Nagpur is the plateau region of the country, which is a part of the oldest Dharwar rock system that we have.
Yeah, why this name Chota Nagpur? Is there any basis behind it? Some reason behind it?
Sir, I have not
Go
read.
through it.
Yes, sir, I will read.
Something related to Chota Devta over there, and then because it's a Nagvanshi, so Nagpur. Maybe just read it. Okay. NSS and you being a woman, women issues are very, very complex everywhere. How NSS will certainly help you once you will be in the service, and even if you are not in service, how you will take up the women issues in general?
Yes. Sir, for women issues, how I would take up women issues. So women issues first...
You have already gone through it. You have filled it as NSS volunteers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So one being that I would really try to work towards education and expansion of education for girl child, because I've seen how education can make a huge difference in a girl's life, including mine. And secondly, sir, the health issues, especially women-centric health issues like menstruation and menstrual hygiene and comfort is something that we need to work towards. Infrastructurally, we have to make the schools more accessible so that menstrual hygiene and is maintained.
There are government schemes directly related to women upliftment, women empowerment or something like that. Will you take up those issues as far as your NSS experience is concerned? Will it help or that will not help?
Yes, sir, they will help for sure.
Which schemes are there in general?
Yes. Sir, for women we have the Mudra Yojana that we have. Then we also have Pradhan Mantri. I'm not able to recall the name, but for institutional.
There are two schemes, Mahila Police Volunteers and One-Stop Centers. Yes. What are these?
Yes. So, One-Stop Center is for making a single window for ensuring that there are no lesser or reducing the crimes against women.
One.
And so the second one, could you repeat?
One is the crime.
Yes, sir. Yes,
harassment.
Yes, sir.
What is the second benefit of One-Stop Center?
Sir,
information dissemination.
Information dissemination.
And third is the knowledge or employment part.
Yes.
So that will certainly. And what is Mahila Police Volunteers? Do you have some idea about it?
No, sir. I will have to read up.
Because generally the ladies, they get affected in the home because of this violence or something like that. So you can be wise to take this issue to the police. Okay. Important part is polygamy is important, and now it is talked about whatever CA or whatever is it. But it is not only in the religion, in the tribes it is there. How to, because many people will be affected because of that, and it will be a great discontentment among the people. What do you think about it?
Polygamy?
Yes.
Yes, sir, it is a part of the tribal culture, polygamy and polyandry, both. But in the mainstream culture, as we begin integrating the tribes with the society, we need to take care of the health issues that might emanate from polyandrous practices and polygamy practices. And sir, I think there has to be measures for regulation and laws have to be made. I think the Uniform Civil Code in this matter is something that will help regulate the society, sir. Basically,
it is related to the status of a gender. Entire half of the population is getting affected, so need to be thought of beyond polygamy and polyandry. Okay. Nepal government. We have a Nepal government, communist Nepal government today and communist Nepal government few years back. What is the difference?
Yes, sir.
Whenever we ask such things, it is related to India in general. Yes. Nepal government earlier, the communist government, and now the communist government now.
Sir, the Nepal government that we have now is perceived to be more Chinese inclined as opposed to India. And the roti-beti rishta that we have with Nepal seems to be hindering due to Nepal's unfriendly behavior towards India.
Question was, communist government earlier, few years back, and after that again the Congress, again now the communist government. Now the difference is there. What is that difference? Toward a perception toward India.
Yes. So India is seen today as a big brother or big bully country in the region. However, that is again due to vested interests of the domestic politics of the country, due to which India has been projected this way. However, India's investments and India's relation towards Nepal has been of brotherhood and reliable partner.
Basically, earlier it was all communist government. Now it is supported by Congress also, which is pro-India. So the situation is mild toward India now. Okay, the last. Who is supporting you nowadays?
Sir?
Because at home, both parents are not there. Who is supporting you? Because you are 96 and you are studying also 20. You have studied till 20, and after that still you are thriving for the civil.
Sir, I lost both my parents at a different stage. My father passed away when I was 3.5 years old, but my mother's demise was abrupt and fairly recent. She passed away in 2022 October. So I was then in the thick of preparation for UPSC, and both of them were employed in Steel Authority of India Limited. So I've been getting benefit from their family benefit scheme.
Okay, good. Thank you.